Hi, and welcome to the Build a Scalable Customer Data Platform step by step on Google Analytics 4. So let's get started. Thank you everyone for taking your time to be with us. So let's go. So I'm not going to be my resume or my expertise. You can see it later, but I'm really focused on analytics, on data-driven marketing, and I have a specialty on the Google Analytics 4, Google Tag Manager, and Firebase, and BigQuery as well. So I have a long way to go. If you want to connect me, just search for Jorge Cunha, and you'll follow me and all my content that we are going to post on LinkedIn mainly. Okay. So, CDP. What about the CDP? What is the maturity framework? And this is our agenda for today. Okay. So, introducing the CDP. So, CDP, I'm not going to tackle all the points, but the main ones because it's self-explanatory. So, what you can see, it's the unified view of the customer. This is the main thing. Okay, this is the thing about the CDP. Because why this is the main thing about the CDP, because you have nowadays different data silos across the organization, and we know that all of this it's done by different departments, and the data is all around the organization. So you can have transaction history in one point of sale in another point, behavioral data from the website and up on the other end, so another team, and for marketing, for support, for the client, customer support, sales department. So we all know that is happens. So one of the great benefits about the CDP is to have all these tied together on the same database, on the same um, main golden record for the customer. And we know that this happens a lot when the phone rings and the customer contacts our company, and no one knows about what are our support cases, our requests, our our things that are happening on the website. So these all tied together can give the perspective of uniting all together, stitching all this identification that I have across the company, and have a golden record. If you know about CDP, you already listened the term of the golden record. So golden record is the one of the main features of the CDP. Okay? On the other hand, what I can see that is very, very useful on the CDP, it's the activation. Okay, or how I can activate to know which channel, which products that I can offer my customer. Because as a marketeer, I'm required to know what is my customer preferences. This is very important. This is our task as a marketeers. So we need to know these customer preferences. And if you know all the customers' preferences, you can do that with like others do on the like Amazon, that they do recommendations. So you can do that with the CDP as well, because you have all this data together, and then you can put on top of this artificial intelligence, machine learning algorithms, generative AI as well. So on top of this data, you can do all these things together. So, but you can, hey, but this is a huge thing. How does this work? So many points. So there are four pillars that you can see here. So data governance for the sake of integrity, security, and data management, as well as GDPR. So if how I know that George, myself, when I go to sports, I authorize to give some promotion on that phone call, or when I go to website, or and then I receive an email, I am I am incented that kind of information flowing. Okay, so if you have one point on your, on your organization that is this is all tied together, it's the best thing that you can have. Okay, so next step on data injection, it's you can do it step by step, but always the main points are listed here. So website and apps with J4, that's our topic for today. Sales data, it's very important to have all this tied together as well. CRM systems as well, because this can be a very important things to do. That's when you the more data you have with context, so sales department, website and apps, and you have your golden record, you know your customer preferences all across the organization, plus the digital paths that they have on your website and app, because your website and app works 24 by 7 every day of the week. So that's one of the main things. When you do data injection, so data injection to a data lake, and then you can, that I'm talking already, data integration, unified profile, data unification, segmentation, and predictive machine learning algorithms to offer offer market basket analysis to give the best recommendation um, or package that I can set up to offer. And then we have data activation. So data activation, it's the one thing that all people, all business want. Why is that? Because you can have audience and we are losing the cookieless one. So if we have our first party data together, we can use this for our audience, for retargeting, loyalty, upsell, and we can send in direct emails with the specific order, with the specific interest, with personalization to your customer. Social media, paid media, and even planning inventory stock for your high seasons of your sales, it's very important. Okay, so these are the main things that we should work all this together as a CDP. Next, the so how can we benefit with this? Okay, so um, the benefits are very clear. So you have the unified customer view, generalized at scale, improves customer experience because we're not going to offer what he doesn't want. We're going to communicate with him more with more personalization as well. So you're going to receive only the things that is after, or that is um, by us, that is predicted by the machine learning algorithms, and the people like him will be delighted with the offer that they get and the content that they want to receive. So we have efficient resource allocation. So this is a very significant argument for our for the financial people, because you're going to be more efficient when you do ads, because you can say if your customer is pissed off with you and does not anything with you because they have a problem, it's not a very good idea to give it more promotions or ads to him, okay? Because it's going to be worse with him. So it's not a very strategic thing to do with the customer that is pissed off with you, to give more ads and more promotions to him. The only thing is to treat him personally, solve the problem, and give him time to keep with us, because every organization has problems. And the best thing that customer has is, okay, this organization failed with me, but they are trying to solve the problem, because every organization has problems. Okay, it's not big problems, but we can solve it and we can have efficiency. Other thing about efficient resource allocation, it's not offering again the product that the customer already has bought. Okay, so this is the one of the big things that efficient resource allocation can give to you. It's efficiency. So for the financial people, it is going to be good because you're going to, and for marketing because your campaigns will be more effective, will be more to the point of getting better results because of this. So, what are the scope of the involved platforms? So, what I can say it's so you have digital ecosystem, you have CRM, sales, on and offline, fidelity programs, and support systems. So, what I can say and going to see in our webinar, it's how can we cope with this? In which phase? Okay, let's see how to scale it to your G4 on the CDP. So let me talk about two things. One, if there's a say that is garbage in, garbage out, so you have to tackle this correctly. So your data, you should be measured correctly, your data and your websites on the part of G4. So what I can suggest you, if you are do an audit and for the safe of your data, see if you are effectively tracking correctly and accordingly the plan that you already made. So one of the things that I really recommend for all to have a measurement plan. A measurement plan it's a plan that you tackle to implement websites, an app, what are you trying to measure, how you're going to measure, and what are the key points and the goals that you want to accomplish. Okay? In that part, you already define as well what are your custom dimensions and metrics, because that context is king, and we should not forget about the compliance and security. So you can already put on your compliance and security all these things together. So another thing that I recommend is use a data structure that we call it data layer, that is used to, even if you do three websites, all three are different, but the data in a data structure it's equal for all these three websites, even if they have different goals. The data structure it's the same, and this gives you an edge between and leverage your data, because that's why you can analyze it and see your customer journey in all your ecosystem. Even if it's an app, your event structure should be the same. Of course, with different things, because app it's have different things, but the data structure should be the same. So when I call it a user ID, I should call it user ID in all websites. When I say that what kind of customer he has, he should have the same field across multiple websites and apps. So these things must be all tied together and make sense to future growth as well. Not to think about one website, think about the whole ecosystem. And I have experience to do this. We have experience on the company to do this kind of works with you. Another thing is to use Google Tag Manager server side, because it's durable for first party tracking. How is that? Because um, the normal Google Tag Manager is client side. This means that um, when people goes to your website, googletagmanage.com, it's tracking your website. So it's a third party cookie. When is the Google Tag Manager server side, it's your example.com that is appearing as a tracking mechanism. So it gives you a first party cookie. And first party cookie are more durable than third party cookie, as you know. Okay, so let's go for then. Now that we have your data flowing and correctly tracking, let's go to this phase that I call the first one, because the base is to measure correctly. So reporting and insights. If we have Google Analytics Standard Edition, you know that we have only 14 months of historical data. Okay, so the best thing that you should do, and what I'm saying to my customers, is okay, go to BigQuery, export your data to BigQuery, because then you can clean your data, take the data from bots that sometimes exists, and it's not one thing. It happens maybe 1 or 2 times of your month, or if you are seeing all this together, can happen. Or and the bots are not so data on the G4, it's not retroactively cleaned. So you need to go to BigQuery, clean this data, and then report it on Looker Studio, for instance, because it's a free version connected to BigQuery. BigQuery it's not free, okay, but the values that are in reads for him, the costs are very low. You only have to pay for services, not for storage. Storage, of course, you have to pay to storage, yeah, and it depends of the website. If you have a huge website, you have costs on BigQuery. Not so BigQuery, but BigQuery, for instance, for 1 TB, it's free of storage each month. But then you can see the prices. But it depends. For a small business, it's forgettable about this, okay? Because they don't have this. If you have 360, for 360, yeah, you have more than 1 million events for month, and you have these reads. It's more, but you should go to BigQuery as well. So my recommendation is go to BigQuery as soon as you have your data correct. Okay, to have historical data to do all these kind of fancy things that you want to do when you're going to see after this data integration. So data integration, as I said to you, we're going, excuse me, you're going to use BigQuery, and BigQuery is a data lake. So you're going to put all the data together. So Google Analytics 4, it's already there. Okay. So we're going to put CRM data, uh, point of sale, and online store. Okay. This is just an example. So you can put it more, and depends if you're are a data poor marketeer or a data richer marketeer. It depends. Okay. So and you can make your CRM richer of data as well, because you can put things about G4 from BigQuery to CRM systems and to do a lead scoring system, for instance. And G is very useful for B2B organizations. Okay, this is just an example. So you have to tackle this by type of business and the business that is requirements of data. And then we have artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence as a thing that is very good, that on top of your data, and we have all the Google clouds that can do this as well. Is the one of the top clouds that exists in the world nowadays. So you can do churn prediction, but do a churn prediction focus on high lifetime value customers that will going to allow you to be specific and to spend money where are your good customers. Okay, so that is very important. And resource efficiency, so allocating budgets to these for high LTV customers ensures a better rate, of course. So on the other hand, you can have purchase predictions to work at the different levels. One for the sale, another it's for your inventory. So if you know that you're going to be a purchase prediction of specific products and you want to maintain the adequate stock levels, maybe you can do the both with them. Another thing that is good, because we have more data, it's attribution models. Attribution models are really the thing that if you have more data, not just for G4, but we have all the data tied together, you have more reason to do a proper attribution model. Okay, but you can start small. You can use G4 attribution and then step by step do another kind of work. And knowledge report writing, you can do this with generative AI as well, and even nowadays you can do that already. And we have the next best offer. So next best offer, it's very good because it's personalized at scale and to give the best offer to each customer that are on our database, and then you can import it and do an activation with that for your customer, so or potential customer. So that is very, very, very good. The market basket analysis, it's one of the things that you can use even just for e-commerce. It makes more sense to e-commerce to upsell opportunities with products, creating packages, blends of two products that are sold together that you can do a try. And this for artificial intelligence, what I can say to you, it's to do a use case, and then if it goes all wrong, we have all tested. Okay, you can scale it next. Okay, so that is the main thing that I'm working with artificial intelligence. I recommend all people. So do a use case, and then if it proves value, okay, scale it like market basket analysis. Okay, that is very good to do it. So this is the scalable CDP framework that we have for G4 to happen. And this is very important to go all these three steps. Maybe some people have a good job on measuring web and app, and all things are tied together. So you can skip it, but you can skip it once, but you have to do audits, regular audits, to see when a version of your website comes new. You have or app, you have to check it prior if everything is running properly, if the measurement it's there. Otherwise, we'll be running against the data, and data will not provide you the insights that you want. So this is like a ladder to do step by step because organization already needs. So what I recommend as well is to do training the people to not be one specialist in the house to have all this knowledge, but you have all people that can self-service and can use the data and on reports and can see what is the value on that on these use case and participate actively. And the more diverse the team is, the better. Okay. So training and use cases. Okay, so the project phases from the G4. Now you're going to start to see what is the project phases. For the project phases, we have to start with get the basics right, as I told you on the framework. So we have the one that is tag manager to sending data to G4. You have Google Ads sending data with G4 and Google Tag Manager if you want to do and it's important to use Google Tag Manager. And the third number three, it's using all the tags from the advertisers like social media and others platforms. And there it is here our website. Okay, so the first stage, really, this is really the first stage. It's to possible to do things that I recommend. One is to have um, BigQuery, so export the data to BigQuery. The Google Tag Manager to go server side. It's not required to do on the first step. It's not required. Okay, you can do it later. I recommend because it's durable tracking. Okay, but there's cost associated with that as well. So server side depends on Google Cloud as well, and Google Cloud has costs. So we have to tackle that. It's not free. because everyone wants everything free. But these things that we have more durable tracking that your competitor, your your business, it's leveraging this power of more durable tracking. It means that you can do a better retargeting to them as well. So BigQuery, Google Cloud are that I recommend really for my customers as well. And Google Ads. Google Ads is the the main thing for, for performance for paid search. So you can go then after to Google Marketing Platform as well if you want to. Not big deal. You can go that. It has costs associated with DV360, Search Ads 360 as well. But you can go there at the time because it's you're going to see that it connects with G4 and you can create audience with that. So here what we are going to see now is that we are connecting. I didn't tell you about the reporting tools. Okay, if you have BigQuery, you can start working with the reporting tools that is Looker and Power BI. Okay, you can work with that, no problem. It's inside of my head, on top of my head. I'm sorry. So what you can do with BigQuery is to connect via API or other connection database or something. You can connect your email marketing and connect your CRM. This is and you can do both ways. When you do both ways to CRM system, it means that we have the digital path, so you can have lead scoring as well on your CRM, even if it's simple, but has a possibility to communicate with him in the bidirectional way, so two ways. Import data to BigQuery and export data from BigQuery to the CRM. If the CRM has that capability, it's better to do it, okay? Because we are going to be much better with more information and important information about your customer. Okay, so the third stage it's to take the offline sales data to BigQuery as well. This is only one way because it's not interesting to do BigQuery to back office RP data, but we have our data lake here and all close to the data lake. And you can start as well on the every stage. If you have data there, you can go to purchase prediction, churn prediction, market passing, and reporting, writing using generative AI as well. So you can use this use case even on the second stage, okay, or on the first stage. Sorry. So this can be built and done. And then we have the last project phase that I wrote to be continued because you can start adding more um, um, sources um, like um, like I said of here for connecting BigQuery with the social media networks like LinkedIn, Twitter, and LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Meta to give an edge of our audience that are created there. And that the thing is to use Google Marketing Platform using Google Cloud as well and BigQuery, send information across. And we have here even standard J4 or 360. Okay, so like I said, I put here across, but this can be done in almost all phases. It depends on the data that we have. Okay, so another thing that I can say, okay, now this is one of the things that I can give an example here is as well. It's you can grab your data, do an analysis, and follow a segment, and you can send this segment across G4, and G4 can connect with Google Marketing Platform, Google Ads as well, to create specific audience with specific and specific targeting things. So you can, when you see on the website you using Tag Manager, you can send it across another network to feed these networks with your data, but with your data with specific things. Maybe you cannot, maybe you cannot send all the data. Of course, it's I understand, and there's a compliance as well. But you can, um, because it's server side, you can decide which data comes to these specific networks, what you're trying to send. Okay, so I now we are on the Q&A. I don't know if anyone has a question. Okay, but what I can say is you can send me an email, ping me on the social networks, and it's set. Thank you very much. I don't know, so Q&A don't have, chat as well we don't have. Okay, so we have been working with several companies like Anacom, that is one of the big companies here in Portugal about that regards it's a regulator for the telecommunications. MCD, that we have worked on the beginning in of Tag Manager to put all the website from TVI, like it's so channels, TV channels in Portugal. That is called TVI. We work with Television Portugal as well. We are working with Jarda. We are working with Minga. We have worked with Prosegur, IPAM, and so on. Thank you very much, and see you next time.